Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you for joining today's Sunday feast. It is always a great fortune to be in association of devotees and to come together to hear and glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Before I start, today we are going to speak about a devotee we all know very well. A devotee we see almost every day around us. A devotee who is constantly serving Bhagavan, in fact all living beings. Yet the devotee never asks for any recognition. And the devotee never speaks about his service and never takes any credit for all the service that devotee does. But before we take a deep dive into today's topic, as is our Vaishnava tradition, let us first seek auspiciousness by offering our Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotees. Before I start, let us offer our respectful obeisances at the lotus feet of His Divine Grace, Abhaya Charana Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. I will also seek blessings from Vaishnavas, disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Please bless me that the right words come out of my mouth today. In fact, Srila Prabhupada is the sole reason we are all gathered under this roof today. The reason we can chant the holy name together, hear Srimad Bhagavatam together, and practice devotional service together. With the blessings of Srila Prabhupada and with the mercy of Sri Sri Nitai Sachinandan, our lovely deities, let us now begin reflecting on today's title, A Silent, Sweet and Smart Devotee. This devotee does not give any classes or does not sing any kirtans or in fact does not quote any slokas or verses. Yet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself pointed to this devotee as the standard of humility and tolerance. For anyone who wants to chant the holy name, these two qualities are important. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stressed on that. So today we'll try to explore who this devotee is and why Mahaprabhu chose this particular devotee and what it teaches about our journey in Krishna consciousness. Before we discuss about this devotee, who is silent, sweet and smart, let us step back and reflect on one question. Where does our true understanding of devotion actually come from? In our Sampradaya, Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we are extremely fortunate because we are not following sentiment, we are not following speculation, but we are following the revealed knowledge that was coming through the disciplic succession. And there are three foundational scriptures Srila Prabhupada has given us with his excellent commentaries. And with the blessings of our founder Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, our spiritual progress is nourished by these three foundational scriptures. So what are these? Let's have a look. The first one, the foundation, Bhagavad Gita. Srila Prabhupada always begins with the Bhagavad Gita. Srila Prabhupada called the Bhagavad Gita as the ABCD of spiritual life. Why? Because before we talk about love, before we talk about devotion, before we talk about emotions, we must first understand who we are and who Krishna is and what is our relationship between we, the Jiva, the conditioned soul, and the Bhagwan. And Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna himself, not in a peaceful environment. It was spoken on a battlefield, right in the middle of confusion. And if we read Bhagavad Gita first chapter, Arjuna is disturbed with all that is happening. He is emotional, he is overwhelmed on what to do, what not to do. In fact, he was clueless on what to do. And at that moment, Krishna does not encourage Arjuna's weakness. In that moment, Krishna gives clear knowledge to Arjuna. Through the Gita, Krishna answers three basic questions. The first one, who am I? And Krishna reveals that answer. I am not this body, I am the soul. And the second one, who is Krishna? Krishna himself declares that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the third, what is the relationship with him, the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And the relationship is, I am his eternal servant. Srila Prabhupada emphasized that without this understanding, our devotion cannot stand. So, Bhagavad Gita gives us that Sambandha Jnana, the knowledge of relationship. And how can we understand Bhagavad Gita as it is? Because Bhagavad Gita, as many acharyas quoted, it is a user manual for the soul. Like any electronic device or any automobile device or anything, first of all, we need to read the manual in order to use the machine. So if we don't read the manual, we might misuse the machine. So Bhagavad Gita is that manual. And Krishna speaks in the Bhagavad Gita like a loving guide, step by step, taking Arjuna from confusion to clarity. Now a natural question arises. Now that I understand who I am, who Krishna is, how do I live this relationship every day? That answer comes in this second scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the natural continuation of the Gita. Srila Prabhupada called this as the ripened fruit of the Vedic tree. Nigama kalpa taror galitam phalam. Also, right in the Bhagavatam, beginning of the Bhagavatam declares that dharma projita kaitavo atra dharma projita atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. All cheating religion is rejected here. And it talks about the highest truth. And Srimad Bhagavatam teaches about only pure devotion. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, through Acharya's commentaries, we don't just hear about Krishna. Through Acharya's commentaries, we see Krishna, we feel him, we follow him. And very importantly, we meet Krishna through his devotees. Throughout Bhagavatam, it mentions about various wonderful devotees and how did they perform various services to Krishna. In fact, these devotees live bhakti in every situation. Can someone quote a few devotees from Srimad Bhagavatam? Wonderful, Mother Uttara, Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj. Any other devotees? Queen Kunti, thank you. In fact, every devotee had some or other struggle, but their firm faith in Krishna was always strong. When we talk about Prahlad Maharaj, he's a small child, but he's having that unshakable faith on the Supreme Lord. And Ram mentioned about Dhruva Maharaj. He had some material desires, but his determination purified by devotion. And we can talk about Pandavas, especially Draupadi, complete surrender when everything fails. And there are various other devotees, Ambarish Maharaj, Ali Maharaj. These devotees shows us something very important. Bhakti is not something, an escape from life, but bhakti is how to face life with Krishna in the center. That's what Acharyas teaches us, that to put Krishna in the center. So, if Bhagavad Gita gives us the knowledge and Bhagavatam gives us experience, then what's next? So, through Acharya's commentaries, we often read that how to deepen our love towards Krishna. But what is that highest expression of devotion? That comes in the third scripture, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the highest education of love. And Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is very, very special. Srila Prabhupada clearly said, Chaitanya Charitamrita is the postgraduate study of spiritual knowledge. This is very important. It goes deep into the heart of devotion. Here we see something extraordinary. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is on our altar on our right, Krishna himself comes as a devotee. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not teach bhakti only by words. He lives bhakti. In the scripture we see how Krishna chants his holy name, how he shows humility, and how he feels that separation, and how he honors devotees. Srila Prabhupada explained that this book teaches us how to love Krishna and not just how to worship him. So we can remember like this. The first scripture, Bhagavad Gita, teaches us what to do. It reminds about our duty and about our relationship. And Srimad Bhagavatam teaches us how the pure devotees did it, that we can learn from Srimad Bhagavatam. The third, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, shows us how Supreme Lord Krishna himself does it, how to do bhakti. Together, these three scriptures form the complete path of bhakti. So, now that we walk through about three different scriptures, but why do we read these scriptures? Hare Krishna Prabhu, Damodar Krishna Prabhu. Sorry for keeping you on spot. Why do we read scriptures? To serve Krishna. Does any other devotees want to respond? Why do we read scriptures? Sorry, Prabhu. Limb of bhakti. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
So to learn how to do things properly, we're not just
Wonderful, Prabhu. We are not making it ourselves because scripture is a praman, is a standard. Yes, Prabhu.
To develop and savor the taste.
To develop and savor the taste. Thank you, Prabhu. And definitely, we don't read scriptures to simply gain knowledge or to quote verses that I know this many verses, or it is not to become familiar with the philosophy. The answer is much deeper, and many devotees often quote with 3 B's. We read scriptures to know Bhagavan, Bhaktas, and the relationship between Bhagavan and Bhaktas, that is Bhakti. And through these scriptures, we just don't know that God exists, but to know who He is. Through Shastra, we understand the Lord's pastimes, His qualities, His name, His mercy, His affection towards devotees. And throughout 10th canto, we read about Bhagavan's the playful nature. And each scripture reveals Krishna differently, but Supreme Lord is one. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna shows His supremacy, and in Bhagavatam, Sri Krishna shows His sweetness through various devotees. And in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna reveals His heart. And second thing, we just discussed about Bhagavan and His pastimes, his playful nature. We read scriptures to also know about the Bhaktas. Very beautifully, the scriptures will not only talk about Bhagavan. It elaborates about the greatness of these Mahabhagavats. Again and again, they bring our attention on how to establish a relationship with Krishna. Because Krishna is often understood through his devotees. When we read about Arjuna, we learn dependence, how to depend on Krishna. When we read about Prahlad, we learn about steadiness. When we read about Dhruva Maharaj, we learn about the purification and the determination. When we read about Draupadi, we learn about the surrender process. And we always constantly get inspired by these Mahabhagavatas on how to perform devotional service. And the third, which is the relationship between Bhagavan and Bhaktas, the Bhakti. We read scriptures to understand Bhakti. Bhakti is not an emotion or a ritual. It's a living relationship between the Bhaktas and the Bhagavan. And the scriptures teaches us how Bhakti connects Bhagavan and Bhakta. And how does Bhakti grows? Bhakti grows through service, surrender, and remembrance. Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, Man mana bad bhakto madhyaji mam namashkuru, through worship. And when we read about these bhaktas, is there any devotee, a pure devotee in the Srimad Bhagavatam who never faced any difficulties? Almost every devotee faced some or other kind of difficulty. But one thing which connected them to Krishna is their constant remembrance of Krishna. Bhakti is the thread that binds Krishna's mercy, the devotee's effort, and our own spiritual journey. At this point, dear devotees, let's take a pause and reflect. Scriptures are not meant to be just studied, they are meant. And scriptures are not meant for only information, it is about transformation, to connect ourselves to Bhagavan. And we just don't read Bhagavad Gita just to admire Arjuna. We read, learn We read to learn how to depend on Krishna in a confusion. We read about Prahlad Maharaj. We don't glorify Prahlad Maharaj simply to praise his faith, but we read his life to learn how to remain steady under tremendous pressure. He was under tremendous pressure from his father, but his faith was so strong. If we read scriptures, the process will change, like how we think, how we respond, how we see ourselves, and how we see the fellow human beings or fellow living beings. So this brings us to a very essential principle here, the purpose of studying scriptures. Srila Prabhupada often emphasized this repeatedly, that he said the beginning of all knowledge is this first quality, or it's called a jewel, humility. If one is reading scripture and increases pride, something is missing. If it increases humility, then the purpose is fulfilled. Scriptures are meant to purify the heart, awaken our dormant love for Krishna, to restore that dormant love for Krishna. In fact, scriptures train us to become humble, tolerant, and selfless servants. And scriptures don't teaches us what to think, but teaches us how to become a pure devotee, how to become a better devotee. If we start reading scriptures, and from what we read from acharyas, we are not only attracted to Krishna alone, we are attracted to Krishna's beauty, his power, his pastimes, his names, his qualities. And we also establish a relationship with his devotees, because Krishna is most pleased not when he is glorified alone, but when his devotees are understood and honored. And coming back to today's topic, bringing back to today's reflection, among the many exalted devotees throughout Srimad Bhagavatam, and there are many devotees described in all the scriptures. It can be Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, we learn about, or Namacharya Haridas Thakur, or the Shad Goswamis. There is one thing common among all these devotees, is a strong faith and determination to re-establish the relationship with the Bhagwan. And there is one devotee whom we're going to talk about today, who is always present. In fact, in this room, even if you step outside, the devotee is present, but often unnoticed, and this devotee is often uncelebrated, yet always essential. But that devotee constantly teaches us many, many, many things. Now let us try to turn our attention and see who is that devotee. We discussed about scriptures, about Krishna, about pure devotees, and about devotion. To talk about this devotee, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself describes this devotee, and that is very beautiful. He explains everything in one simple and powerful verse. This shows us something important. And to describe this devotee, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just chose one verse to explain the heart of devotion. It means that this teaching is very important, and it is practical. It's very practical for all of us. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is describing who we should try to become. And this particular verse, which I'm going to bring in a little while, works like a mirror. When we hear it, we can see how humble we are or not, how tolerant we are when difficulties come, how much we expect respect from others. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gently shows us that chanting the holy name all the time does not depend upon only on voice or beats. It depends upon our inner mood. How do we see ourselves? How do we respond when things don't go our way? All these answers are hidden in this one verse. So, dear devotees, let us enter the heart of Mahaprabhu's teaching. So, let us recite together. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. Thank you, dear devotees. Okay. I'm sure many devotees are well aware of this verse. Whether the second line, api or iva, and per latest BBT books, I heard or read that it was corrected as api, which is more tolerant. And if you are interested for more details, you can refer to Hari Parshad Prabhu, who's giving a Sikshashtakam series. And there is a lecture detailed on this particular, whether it is api or iva. Iva is like, and api is more. You can go to Hari Parshad Prabhu's YouTube channel and look for November 29, 2025 on the same verse. And the translation goes like this. One who thinks himself lower than the grass, who is more tolerant than a tree, who does not expect personal honor, yet he is always prepared to give all respect to others, can very easily always chant the holy name of the Lord. And if we see this verse is not just about chanting, it is about how a devotee live. Now let us go through this verse line by line. First line, Trinadapi sunichena. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us, humble like a blade of grass. And in this verse, it talks about 4 different qualities. And Mahaprabhu starts or begins with humility. When we step on a blade of grass, either we step on, it's ignored, crushed. It doesn't protest even whatever harm we do on grass, right? And Acharyas teaches us that humility does not mean it is a weakness. And Srila Prabhupada explains that humility means not being eager to be honored by others. And he also teaches us that if one has pride makes us fragile. Humility makes us strong. Shri Shri Nitai Sachinandan Dev Bhagwan ki jai. And Srila Prabhupada also talks about beginning of all knowledge comes from humility in his lecture on Bhagavad Gita chapter 13 verses 8 to 12. In fact, Krishna talks about 20 different qualities on what is knowledge. The first one starts with amanitvam, which is humility. And the second point which we're going to talk about in this verse is tolerant, kshanti. And when we talk about humility, humility is not thinking less of ourselves, it is thinking of ourselves less and thinking of Krishna more. When humility is there, learning becomes possible, corrections become possible, and bhakti becomes deep. And humility teaches us one great thing, that I am not the center, Krishna is the center. And the second line in this verse, it talks about Taror api sahishnuna, more tolerant than a tree. This is the second jewel, the second ornament. One is humility and the second one is tolerance. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not say that as tolerant as a stone. He says that more tolerant than a tree, because a tree tolerates heat and cold, tolerates rain and storm, tolerates even when People cut it, people write their names, throw stones on the tree, but still gives shade and fruits to every living being. Without tolerance, small problems might become big, and small words might become words. And in fact, service can become heavy without tolerance. So the third line, it talks about amanina manadena. The first thing, it talks about humility. The second thing, tolerance. And the third thing, and the fourth thing as well, amanina manadena. We are not respect for ourselves, but we are always ready to give respect to others, every living being, no matter whoever it is. And through this line, Mahaprabhu deepens his teaching through this line. A devotee should not expect respect, but should be able to give respect to everyone. This is very powerful. Most of our pain comes from, why didn't they respect me? Why didn't they acknowledge me in spite of doing this much work or this much service? This particular line, amanina manadena, frees us from that burden. When we stop demanding respect, the heart becomes light. And when we give respect to other living beings, Krishna becomes pleased. And Srila Prabhupada, through his personal example, showed this mood perfectly. He's always gentle, always respectful, always grateful for everyone. The third one, when we have all these four qualities, what is going to happen? The result of having these four qualities. Then chanting becomes natural. Kirtaniya sadahari. This line is very important. And when we talk about kirtan, constant chanting is not a matter of time. It's a matter of heart condition, purifying ourselves through these qualities, developing these qualities through humility and tolerance. A proud heart might struggle to chant, an intolerant heart might get distracted, but a humble and tolerant heart chants naturally and joyfully. And through this verse, we can clearly understand that humility and tolerance are not burdens, but they are ornaments of bhakti, the two ornaments of bhakti. Because humility and tolerance protects us from pride, anger, and overreaction. Because they help us in making our chanting sweet, they make our service steady. Now that we learn about these qualities, now something beautiful comes up. Mahaprabhu taught us to be more tolerant than a tree. And Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 9:26 tells us that, you can all recite along with me. Patram pushpam palam toyam yo me bhaktya prayaschati tadaham bhaktyupaharitam asnami prayatatmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I'll accept it. If we can see this connection, Krishna mentions 4 different things where we can offer. Patram, Pushpam, Phalam. 3 out of 4 come directly from a tree. And the tree produces all this. And what it does take? The 4th one, which Krishna talks about, water. It just takes some water and nourishment from soil, and it provides the 3 what Krishna is asking to offer. Patram, Pushpam, Phalam. And if we can see from this, humility and tolerance are not inactive. They produce offerings for Krishna. Let us now see how Krishna himself accepts the various offerings of a tree. If we can think about tree for a moment, tree is always engaged in service. Before we talk about the qualities of the tree, let us first appreciate its service. In devotion life, service is everything. And when we look carefully, we realize something striking. The tree is already serving Krishna and his devotees at every step of bhakti. Right from the moment we wake up till the end of the day, our devotional activities are supported by trees. Now, right now the altar is closed, but if we can remember the garlands and the altar decoration is through flowers. And the fruits we offer to Bhagavan as Bhoga is coming through tree. And the leaves we used in worship and festivals. In fact, Tulsi Maharani is from a tree. And the wood for temples, altars, deity rooms. In fact, the floor where we are sitting, the roof. In fact, I heard from devotees that our beautiful Sri Sri Nitai Sachinandan were made out of neem tree. And not only that, the scriptures, what we read, all our Srila Prabhupada books or any books we read coming through tree. And if we see from top to bottom on our body, the tulsi beads, the clothes, everything is coming through a tree. And the musical instruments, harmonium, mridangam, everything is coming through a tree. In fact, the most beautiful part after the Sunday feast is prasadam. It's coming through tree. In fact, the prasadam where we have, in India traditionally we used to have it in leaf. That is also coming through tree. Even the prasadam plates are coming through tree. So the tree is helping in our chanting through beads, through hearing, through reading scriptures and serving. The tree is serving quietly. Everything is in our devotional service. The tree is quietly serving Bhagavan and ours. And tree doesn't hesitate to serve only this set of devotees or this particular people, right? I'll only serve this devotee or I'll only serve only this temple. And tree never thinks that. It serves everyone, everywhere, all the time. That is why we can say the tree is a constant servant in bhakti. Often it is unnoticed, but essential. Now, when we see how much the tree serves, a natural question arises. How does the tree serve so much without becoming disturbed, tired, or proud? The answer lies in its first quality. Let us look at that quality now. Tree serves without any noise. Tree is silent. As we just discussed, how tree serves Bhagavan and every living being, birds, beasts, human beings. The tree serves so much, but have you ever seen that tree announcing that I've did this service to you? In fact, it doesn't complain. It doesn't argue with any other living being or in fact, whoever comes to harm it, it never protests or it never argues or it never criticizes. It never demands recognition or it never advertises its sacrifice. A tree can be cut or its branches can be removed. Its fruits can be taken, but it remains quiet. And here one quality we can learn from the tree is the silence is not weakness, it is the strength. And Srila Prabhupada often explained that real service does not need publicity. When the service is done for Krishna, silence naturally follows. In our devotional life, many disturbances might come, but many disturbances come not from service, but from talking about a service. The tree teaches that great lesson that to serve without any noise. If we can extract some good qualities from this tree, what it does teaches us to work steadily, doesn't seek any attention. Okay, I'm giving this many flowers, this many fruits. It doesn't seek any attention from others. And whatever it produces, the results it leaves to Krishna. That silence protects the heart, because that is the one quality it keeps bhakti pure. Along with silence, the tree carries another beautiful quality. Let us now look at that. Tree is sweet. It gives without any conditions. The silence of the tree is not harsh, it is sweet. A silent tree does not become bitter. Instead, it gives sweetness, fruits that nourish us, shade that comforts us, and flowers that please us through fragrance. In fact, the very oxygen what we take or for sustenance is coming through a tree, the oxygen. Even to the person who throws stones, the tree responds with the sweetest fruits. This is sweet, isn't it? Sweetness means giving without any calculation, helping without any expectation, and caring without any discrimination. In devotional life, sweetness attracts hearts. People may forget our words, but they will never forget how they felt in our presence. A sweet devotee encourages others, and creates safety but not fear. And a sweet devotee always gives shelter, not pressure. And that sweetness from devotees makes bhakti and bhakti welcoming. And it also teaches us that bhakti is more relational with Bhagwan through service, and service is not mechanical. So far we have seen that the tree serves constantly, remains silent, gives sweetness. But there is one more quality that makes the service sustainable. And the tree is not foolish, the tree is smart. It knows when to shed its leaves, when to give flowers, when to give fruits. So we'll move on to the next, the final quality. The tree is smart. We can think of it as a smart devotee, because there is an acronym lying here. A tree never speaks, never moves from its position, never asks or doesn't ask anything, doesn't react or doesn't take anything except water or some nourishment from the soil. If we need to talk about the speech or speak, there is a beautiful verse from Bhagavad Gita 17:15. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priyam hitam cha. It talks about the austerity of speech. That austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing and beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature. And if we see this, the tree follows this austerity perfectly. It speaks only through its actions. And if we can learn one quality from the motion or the move, we all can be steady in service. A tree stands in one place through all the seasons, whether it is hot or cold, stormy or pleasant. And we can relate one verse from Bhagavad Gita which talks about the mind. Yato yato nischalati manas chanchalam astiram. Wherever the mind wanders, bring it back and control of the self, making ourselves steady in our service. And in spite of giving many beautiful things, tree doesn't ask for any rewards or recognition. It gives shade, or it doesn't ask for I need this much water, or I need this much fertilizer, or I need this much shade, or in fact it can be, if it is too hot, okay, please put me air conditioner, or if it is too cold, give me this much blanket or heaters, right? It gives everything, fruit, wood, shelter, through sandalwood or various others. It gives fragrance. There are various trees serving in different ways. A coconut tree or various other trees gives fruits. A neem tree gives shade. A sandalwood tree gives fragrance, even when cut. And if you can remember Srila Prabhupada's words, Srila Prabhupada asked nothing for himself. His only prayer was, please bless me so I can serve my Guru Maharaj. Like the tree, he lived to give. All the scriptures we discussed, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, we're able to read, we are under this roof because of our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. A devotee's prayer is, Krishna, give me this. Instead of asking Krishna, give me this, we all can pray that, Krishna, please make me an instrument in your service. Nimitta matram. Only when we stop asking, we can start serving. And the fourth word in this, or the fourth letter in this is R, react. We talk about the urges usually. And a tree doesn't react with any kind of anger or fear or a pride. Even if someone throws stones, the tree responds with fruits. If someone cuts it, it gives wood. No anger, no revenge, only compassion. Even when a lightning strikes, a tree doesn't shout it back at the lightning that why are you giving this lightning strikes. It silently bears pain and continues giving. That is the real Sahishnuna, tolerance born from love. Even when criticized or misunderstood, the quality what it teaches us not to react but respond with compassion. A devotee's strength is in forgiveness but not in reaction. The third and the final quality from this is, tree doesn't take, only gives. And throughout this nature, if we see everything around us, sun gives light, river gives us water, and tree gives shade, fruits, everything. Similarly, the pure devotee lives for others' upliftment. Srila Prabhupada took nothing for himself. He transformed people's lives worldwide and said, I'm simply your servant. When we give our time, energy, or words for Krishna's service, we become like that tree, the emblem of Paraupakar, welfare of others. This is the practical intelligence in bhakti. So, 3 things. Know why we serve, whom we serve, and how to stay small in our ego, pride. The tree converts difficulty into tolerance, service into offerings, and presence into blessing. Now, time to reflect on ourselves. Which qualities of the tree can we practice in our devotional life? So, we recited the famous Trinadapi Sunichena, the 4 qualities. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us 4 qualities. One is humility, tolerance, not expecting respect for self, but respecting others. Only when we have these 4 qualities, we can do Kirtaniya Sadahari, constantly chanting the Lord's holy name. So dear devotees, let us pause and reflect. Ask yourself quietly, which tree quality inspires me the most right now? Where do I need more tolerance? How can I be more silent, more sweet, and more smart in my service? How can I give shade to others in their struggles? And the fourth and the fifth and the final one, what fruits? It can be our qualities, our abilities, our habits, service can I offer to Krishna? Hare Krishna. Can someone volunteer and speak? We have 5 more minutes for any reflections, questions, or share on these 5 questions from the famous words Trinadapi Sunichena.
Hare Krishna. So in the beginning, in some part of the lecture, you mentioned that even if you throw a stone at a tree, it will return the fruit. So I heard in one of the class, like when you squeeze an orange juice comes out. So when stress has happened, when stress occurs, whatever is inside comes out. So I think working on our inner self, so that even when circumstantial stress comes, we, are able to give fruits back and not bitter results. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Giving the essence, the entire essence, even if it is crushing. Thank you. Does any other devotee? Hare Krishna. Prabhu, can you pass on the mic to Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Wonderful lecture. Thank you so much, Prabhu. I don't trust that I can do anything. So when I am feeling anything, my reflection is to turn to advanced Vaishnavas in our Sampradaya as well as advanced devotees here and pray for help. And from that help, then I am begging for more tolerance. I am begging, how can I get more humility? How can I not think that I not have the illusion that I'm doing these things myself? And just praying for help.
Thank you, Mataji. In fact, when you mentioned that, devotees are compared with Kalpataru, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhyevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Thank you, Mataji. Thanks for sharing that reflection. Does any other devotee have any reflections to share on this 5 questions or anything on today's words, what we discussed?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it was a wonderful, wonderful talk, and I was relating to it as I am silently doing my crochet over here. What you said, I was relating to moments in my day, in my life, in my week, when I can just sit quietly and my hands are moving, but my mind is on the Lord, and I'm always trying to, it's very easy for me to, with small successes, start getting a little haughty, I would say, arrogant about it, that it's me, and very quickly, when I learn it's not me, it's the Lord who's helping me, aiding me, it just gives me such peace and calm and joy and a little bit of embarrassment that I still have so much work to do on myself. So it was wonderful to just listen through somebody else and then relate to it, that how much, keeping a tally of things that may already been practicing and the things that I need to work on. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that quality where tree is not asking for the other person that I did this recognition, and therefore I was also thinking that because of that, all these qualities tree can dance, right? So whoever like follow the example of this great devotee tree, he can dance in the holy name of the Lord. Even other can dance, but he dances in ecstasy. And then also I was thinking, in many places, and even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna compares tree as the whole material world. So he gives example of this devotee so many times in the scriptures as well. So yeah, it's mentioned in many of the chapters, I would say, and in many of the cantos in Srimad Bhagavatam, many of the places even in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So yeah, I just felt like how I can develop some of these qualities. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for sharing your reflection on this.
Thank you for sharing, Prabhu. When you said that, I am able to recollect certain things, right? Often in our sampradaya, through our scriptures, Srila Prabhupada gives various examples. It can be water the root, or Dandavad Pranam, Kalpataru. I mean, devotees are like desiratories, Kalpataru. So everything is, many things are related to tree. Hare Krishna. I guess we have 2 more minutes. Okay. With that,
has anybody had an experience with a tree where they felt or noticed any of these things? Shweta Mataji, you look like you have. You want to say? You can share.
I don't have specifically anything to share, but I just want to thank you for the wonderful class. And it is true that for our devotional practices, we must try to incorporate the qualities of a tree. And one specific point that you have mentioned, Prabhuji, about the tree, humility, that where you have mentioned that humility helps us in learning and humility helps us in correcting. That is something that I'm going to take away from this class. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jeff, Prabhu.
I've planted and nourished many fruit trees, and they were all a miracle when I tasted the fruit. And I think it would be a miracle if I could reflect any of these qualities that the trees reflect. That would be a miracle for me. Anyway, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu.
Anybody else? I have a personal experience with a tree. I mean, we all do. I remember when I was in college, and I don't know, maybe Ram can empathize with this, feeling the stress of many competing tasks or requirements. And it was early in the morning, and you pull an all-nighter, and you sit there and think, okay, what's going to happen? And I was sitting in this hall waiting for a bus to come through, and across the hall was like a big lawn, and there was many trees, and behind that there was Lake Michigan, kind of a beautiful setting. And while I was feeling my stress, I looked, for some reason, I felt reciprocation with a tree, where I realized that there's nothing in this life that one has not experienced before, both positively and negatively. And one just simply has to be present at the moment and experience the blessings that are coming towards me. And in that manner, Jai Shishinatai Sachandev Ki Jai. And that gave me great peace, that sense of eternality. you see the branches, but you don't see the roots. And I'll always remember that some supposedly insentient being, reciprocated in such a way. I took it as mercy of Shri Krishna. So, yeah, very nice. Thank you. You want to share?
Yes, Prabhu.
You want to share something?
Yes, Prabhu. So I have one request to devotees. So next time when you step out and see a tree, calmly say thank you. And in fact, one lecture I heard from Paramakarana Prabhu in the past, like probably 2-3 years back. We are in this human body. We are so blessed that we can get a chance to chant the holy name, but the other living entities will not have a chance. But so next time you see a tree, chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. In fact, like when you chant, sit next to a plant and chant Hare Krishna mantra, so that it also gets the benefit. Hare Krishna, that's one request I have. So thank you, devotees, for joining the Sunday feast. I'll conclude here. If anything in my talk touch your heart, all that is because of Krishna's mercy and the wonderful instructions of Srila Prabhupada and our acharyas. If you notice anything that is incorrect or irrelevant, I humbly seek your forgiveness for the mistakes what I've done. And if there are any corrections, feel free to share it with me. I'll correct myself. Thank you for coming to the temple and listening patiently. It's time for Aarti. Let's one last time, let's recite this verse together. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amani namanadena kirtaniya sadahari. Let's read the prayers as well. O Lord, please make me humbler than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, respectful to all, and free from the desire for respect. Let me chant your holy names with love always and serve you and your devotees sincerely. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, dear devotees. Let's stand up for Aarti. Thank you. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, if we can put away the mats, please. Hare Krishna. And then we'll chant the holy name.
Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you. I think Anirudh is here too.
Sure.
You'll chant?
Yeah, whatever you want. Also, quick question, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Is Guru Purnima happening on a Sunday or Monday? The celebration here. Because I have to book my flight tickets.
Family is ganging up on
I want you to come the weekend before I stay that week.
So तुम आरती start करो.
Where's the stand?
I'll get it. You start.
I'll get it right now. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Thank you. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaura Vani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaura Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatari. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama You sing one. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Sing please Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jaya Nitai Sachinandana Nitai Sachinandana Gaura Hari Nitai Sachinandana Nitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Gurudev Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Premanande. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Prarikacharya Ashruta Satsvangas Ace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Prarikacharya Ashruta Satsvangas Ki. Anantakuti Vaishnavrinda Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Sakho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyamakund Radhakund Gir Govardhan Ki. Vrindavan Dham Ki, Mayapur Dham Ki, Shri Gurnathpur Dham Ki, Gangamai Gunamai Ki, Bhakti Tulsi Ki, Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada Ki.
Take the mic for the singer. Who's singing?
Yeah, you can hold this. You can't hold it.
I got it. Thank you.
आप लोग अंदर आ जाओ. Please just shift that way. There's lots of space. Please, Prabhu, you can come. दिखाई दे रहे हैं? Yeah.
Namaste Nara Shimhaya Namaste Nara Shimhaya Namaste Narashimhaya. Namaste Narashimhaya. Dahine Dahine Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shila Shila Tankana Kalaye Shila Ito Shimha Pato Shimha Ito Nashimha Parato Nashimha Yeto Yeto Yamitato Nashimha Yeto Yeto Yamitato Nashimha Yeto Yeto Yamitato Bahe Nashimha Ridrahe Nashimha Bahe Nashimha Ridrahe Nashimha Narashima Madim Sharanam Prapade Narashima Madim Sharanam Prapade Narashima Madim Sharanam Prapade Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shinga Lalita Hiranyakashipu Tanorindam Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jayo Jagadishwa Hare Jayo Jagadishwa Hare Jayo Jagadishwa Hare Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shinga Lalita Hiranyakashipu Tanorinda Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jayo Jagadi Swahare Jayo Jagadi Swahare Jayo Jagadi Swahare Sabadeta Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadishwa Hare Jaya Jagadishwa Hare Sabadeta Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadishwa Hare Jaya Jagadishwa Hare जय जगदीश हरे केशवदित नर हरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Narsimhade, 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 Jaya Narsimhade. Jaya Bhakta Prahlad, Prahlad Maharaj, Bhakta Prahlad, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev. Narsimdev Bhagavan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.
What you said? By that what you said?
Jai Shripada Mataji? Okay. Okay. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Shri Shinatai Satyanand Dev ki jai. Shri Lakshmi Narasimha Bhagwan ki jai. Shrimati Vrinda Devi Tulasi Maharani ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Founderacharya ki jai. Thy Gaur Premanandi Hare Bol. Thank you all for joining us. How's everyone doing? I only heard you. How's everyone doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I think the ladies are louder than the men. How's everybody doing? How are you guys doing? Now it's inverted. How are you doing? You're chanting holy name in front of the Lord. What more? How many millions of lifetimes to get this opportunity? So blessed. Thank you. Upcoming, anybody here for the very first time? I think that's what I usually go with, right? Anyone here for the very first time? Yes. Nice smiles. Anyone on this side? Yes. Are you with them? No, separate. So 3. Anyone else that I missed? First time? No. So we'll start here and then go there, okay? Your name, Prabhu, if you can stand up, introduce yourself, let us know your name, where you're from, what brought you here.
My name is Suhas.
Suhas. Here's Suhas too. And where are you from?
So I'm from
Karnataka.
I've been living here for about 7 years now.
In Portland. Beth? Okay. In Hillsborough. Nice. And thank you. What brought you here? Some friends?
Yeah, so I've heard some.
Thank you. You're by yourself? You live alone?
No, actually my wife is here.
Oh, Hare Krishna. What's your name, Mataji?
My name is
Prithvi. Thank you very much. You have children or no children? Not yet. Please come again. We welcome you. It's a nice, warm community of sweet devotees. So, thank you. Mataji's, the two of you are together? All 3? Okay. Introduce yourselves. And you're here with? You're here with them. Do you live in Portland also?
She's been living for 30 years, I've been living here for 15 years.
15. And you? Yeah. So 15 years, first time
I mean, we have come
for Janmashtami.
but not on this Sunday. This is our first time coming on Sunday.
Was it okay?
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, so beautiful deities, beautiful philosophy, chanting the holy name.
Finally, he got a call. Yesterday he called us.
Yes.
But today,
Pick up the phone.
I know. He called us finally. We have been praying for some years, but finally it happened today.
I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. We have prasadam, which will be another ecstasy. Thank you for coming. Let's welcome them with a loud Haribol. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. There's a little ring binder here. This simple thing. You can put your email IDs, Prabhu, and Mataji's, and you'll get emails. It is not shared with anybody, it's private. You'll get emails of upcoming events and stuff like that. We have a website, iskonportland.com, which is very complete and beautiful website. Very friendly, user-friendly. Please look at that as well, okay? Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Yes,
Pallavi Mataji's daughter, baby is here as well.
Pallavi Mataji's new baby. Where's Pallavi Mataji? Haribol Mataji. 1 year. I met Prabhu last time. Is Prabhu here? Oh, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Long time. We missed you all. Nice to see you. And Name? Venu Gopal Vasudev. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. What do you call him at home? Very nice. Happy baby, huh? At least here. Welcome back. Health is good and all that? Wonderful. We missed you. So happy to see you as well. And the new addition. And parents are also here? Hare Krishna Mataji. We're in India? Oh, Bhopal, right? Okay, yes. Thank you. Let's welcome them back. They were gone for almost, Mataji's gone for almost 1 year, has a beautiful new addition to their family with a loud Haribol. Haribol! 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 Last week I announced about Vidhi Mataji being ill, and she's bright and happy due to the grace of Shri Bhagwan. Doing okay? Nice. Hare Krishna. Also wanted to announce that this week was the anniversary of Krishna Kesha Prabhu's good father. Is Prabhu here? Rajeshwar Prabhu. And it was on Tuesday. Okay. So if he has such a wonderful family, Rajeshwar Prabhu, such a devoted son and grandson, I have to remind you. So I'm sure he's very happy and being blessed by devotional service. So let's pray for as well Rajeshwar Prabhu's safe journey under the protection of Shri Nrsingadev and Shri Shrintai Sachinandan and Shri Radha Gopinath. Haribol. Sorry. Forgive me. Any other first-time people? No, okay. Happy birthdays, happy anniversaries to others. Let us know how we can serve. So there's a New Year's flyer going. Loud Haribol. Okay. Okay. Next, Prabhu. Okay. Also wanted to thank all the devotees locally that helped sponsor the Japa retreat. It was, a fairly long retreat for us. Started on Wednesday evening and wrapped up on Saturday evening. So it was non-stop. Devotees on all the holidays were here, chanting the holy name, hearing about the holy name, and also participating in the chanting. Maharaj was very, very happy to see how many devotees came out and how enthusiastic they were and how they supported the process, and from younger to the oldest members of the congregation. So thank you all. Thank you for those that kindly sponsored prasadam, bhoga prasadam, the flowers for the deities, and all the volunteers that I saw every devotee doing some little thing. And I think the motto is a lot of devotees doing a little bit rather than 2 devotees doing everything. Okay, so thank you all. Hopefully, we'll be able to hold more such seminars for your pleasure and for your spiritual advancement. Next. So for today, Bhoga was sponsored by Geetika Mataji and Karthik Prabhu. Are they here? I don't see them. And Rajashri Mataji and Chandra Prabhu for her birthday. Are they here? Oh, Hare Krishna. So it's, whose birthday is it? Prabhu? Mataji's. Yes, when was it? Yesterday? Yesterday. Congratulations. Thank you for observing it here. Do you live locally?
In Bethany.
In Bethany, okay. 95% of people here live in Bethany, so good, strong community in Bethany. Congratulations on your birthday, and thank you for sponsoring the deity garlands. Do you think the garlands look beautiful? Yes. Somebody said yes. Who else said yes? Oh, yes. Beautiful, huh? We have a wonderful garland making team. They hand make dresses also, and at nighttime photos you can see. Do all of you get the nighttime darshan and daytime darshan photos of the deities. Anybody not getting? So if you sign up there, you can get it. So at nighttime, you can see since it's colder weather, the mufflers, the scarves, the caps, they're overflowing in all these items. So thank you to the teams that do that. Next week, Krishna Kesha Prabhu and Rukmani Priti Mataji is sponsoring Bhoga on the occasion of your father's passing away. Okay. Joshita graduated. I remember her as a tiny little kid, remember? King's Court, just to see her. So Joshita graduated from Purdue with a master's in aerospace engineering. So with her flying the airplane, no anxiety, just chant Haribol. Chant some more prayers. Nrsimha prayers. There's a Mataji by the name of Dharini Mataji, Srila Prabhupada disciple. Some of you may know her. She was telling me that one time devotees, I don't know, Sripada Mataji or Manasikanga Mataji or Vedamati Mataji, she said they were on a plane going back to India, and it was like mostly devotees. And they decided to have Harinam Kirtan. And they were chanting and dancing so strongly that the pilot had to send a message that stop, because it's just creating, the plane's bouncing too much. So you know they were not Indian devotees, because Indian devotees don't get that emotionally ecstatic. So we'll have her, when she flies, we'll make sure. Okay. And then Shiva Prabhu, Shri Shamataji Sham Prabhu. You can see the list. So the entire month of January and beginning of February is Bhoga sponsored. Flower decorations are available for later this month. And next big festival will be Nityananda Triyodashi, which we will observe on a Friday. And so there'll be opportunities to sponsor for that if you so desire. Next one. So the sponsorship is not like a mechanical process. It's a process of taking something that you spend a lot of time, you earn Lakshmi, right? Lakshmi belongs with Bhagwan. And the act of preparing food creates, it's a yajna, because it's on a fire, right? Fire sacrifice. Bhagwan takes the offering, accepts it if it's offered with bhakti, and then returns it, and it's prasadam. So it's a yajna that you're doing for your birthday or for anniversary. So it is an auspicious activity, and it's bona fide, and it's Vedic. All cultures do it to varying extents. So please continue. Benefit is for the family. Oh, that's cool. Who created that? AI. So I see Damodar Prasad, Damodar Krishna Prabhu. Jainadai Prabhu looks interesting. And then I see Ashish Prabhu. And I think the other ones are receiving gifts, right? And I see Mataji and your beautiful baby there too. She's already a book distributor. So maybe come and chat about it. So Prabhu in his humility doesn't want me to say something, but we're going to have, let's have Sri Pada Mataji read what who's reading? Vedavati or Vedavati? Sorry, I don't mean to change things. So this is a letter from Srila Prabhupada to our book distributing devotee.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, this is to Uttama Shlokadas, who was, I think, the temple president of Chicago. And Prabhupada wrote it from Vrindavan, 11th of December, 1975. I read your Sankirtan newsletter with great relish. The Sankirtan devotees are very, very dear to Krishna. Because you are doing the fieldwork of book distribution, Krishna has immediately recognized them as true servants. Just like during wartime, a farm boy or ordinary clerk who goes to fight for his country on the front immediately becomes a national hero for his sincere effort. So Krishna immediately recognizes a preacher of Krishna consciousness who takes all risks. Let's see. Okay, trying to make it brighter. Take all risks to deliver his message. It is caused. Okay. It is called Dhira Vrata, determination. These boys and girls are Mahatmas. Mahatmanas tu mam partha daivam prakritim ashritaha bhajantyanyanya manaso gnatva bhutadim avyayam. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse 13. O Sanaprita, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. This verse is applicable here. If these boys were under material nature, they would not take so much risk. They are Mahatma. They are real Mahatma, not that long beard and saffron cloth Mahatma. They are unswerving in their determination, Dhira Vrata. All glories to the American devotees. And the devotee wanted me to say, oh, this is his, just something. As a young devotee, I also did that in Seattle. We went out right after Mangalarti and rushed over to the airport because the international flights were coming in. So we would rush over there and distribute books, most of the day. And they did that in all the temples everywhere. The boys and girls went out and distributed as much as they could. There was a competition between everybody to see who could distribute the most books every day, who could make the most money every day, like that. And when we started in Seattle, we just wore funky hippie type clothes. And then the temple president and Rochan and Bajavali decided we needed nice clothes to look better at the airport. So they took us to Penny's, and we picked out some nice clothes so we would look businesslike in the airport. So that's my story. Haribol.
Thank you very much. Did you want to add something? Right. Let's finish this one. Okay. So is there a video that goes along with this? So Damodar Krishna Prabhu and many others. I think there was how many total participants?
Yes, around 15.
15. That's a lot from our relatively small temple. And I can see some of them here. Thank you so much for taking your valuable time to do this. Prabhu can announce who came, or do you want to announce? Or okay, get your phone. So let's play the video. So this is snippets. Do you want to announce who participated? Haribol! Haribol! They gave their most important resource, which is their time to do this. Prabhu will say the names of the devotees.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So by Srila Prabhupada mercy, many devotees participated in this service, including Vidagdha Madhava Prabhu, who is on the back. He spoke very nicely about trees. So trees are not, we never realize how important are the trees. So these are like the trees of book distribution team. Kirtida Mataji, Bhagirath Prabhu, Doshna Mataji, Jai Nitai Prabhu with Ovia and Aniruddha. So those were the two kids they have, and then they were also very enthusiastic. Harimuppa Prabhu with his son Sri Ram, Damodar Leela Mataji with her son Ram, Nitai Jagdish Prabhu and Vidhi Mataji, Shameshwari, Gandharvika and myself. Ashmit Prabhu, that was his first time. He was visiting from University of Florida. He just came to United States in this year. So he was just visiting Portland, and then on the first day he was visiting, we just brought him to book distribution. There was Ashish Prabhu and Rohit Prabhu also was the first timer book distributor. So yeah, we wanted to thank all the devotees who participated. You know, Kirtan without Mridanga, it's like, still, like if you want to do Kirtan, you can just clap your hands and do Kirtan, right? So in book distribution, a single book is called Brihad Mridanga. It's like the big Mridanga. And it has been called like this by the spiritual master Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. Because, you know, how Mridanga makes the sound, and even the neighbors could hear sometimes, they would complain, what is this noise? Right? So books are like that. Just like Mridanga, books also goes to different people's hand, and then one may read and then he may get benefited. So yeah, so book distribution is a very important and helpful service. So please, thank you so much for all those who contributed. Hare Krishna.
How about for Damodar Krishna Prabhu? He's the one who organized it. Personal example, Hare Krishna. And your beautiful daughter is doing likewise. So, you know, they took every weekend and did the seva, come rain or shine. And I'm sure Mahaprabhu would be very happy with your service, Sushanatai, Satyanandan. Maybe next year we'll have some sincerity and participate ourselves too. Thank you very much. So please take advantage of this. When it comes, I think if we cannot go out and participate in book distribution, maybe some devotees can come together and cook for them some prasadam so they can have what they're having, because that's nice. That's a family. Family takes care of each other. So maybe we can unfold that next year as well. Okay? I received a message from devotee saying that Vedavati Mataji, I understand that your good mother left her body last week? Yes. I'm sorry. What was her name?
Her name was
Wanda. Even I can pronounce that name. And where was she? She was here with you?
Well, I was with her at that time. She was
Where was she?
north of Seattle, Locatil.
Okay.
Yeah, she was actually in the hospital at Emmett.
Mm.
And she had not been doing so well. She'd been living down outside Salem in Dallas.
Yes.
Where her sister lived, and she went from there.
I see.
And my sister decided to move her up to her house.
Okay.
And then she started to not be well anymore.
Okay.
But anyway, her oxygen levels went low. She fell down in a different place on the wall, things like that.
But you were there with her?
I was, yeah.
Good. And
Before though, I mean, they had told me she's not going to last much longer. You better get up here. But I still waited because I was waiting for my other sister. But I beat them. I got there first. It's okay.
I'm glad you were able to be with her.
I got to be with her.
She's mother for devotees, so that's very powerful. I hope you were able to chant for her.
She was 97.
Yes. Were you able to chant a little bit for her? Yes, I was reading, and there's a very famous traveling preacher by the name of His Holiness Indraduma Swami Maharaj. Has anybody heard of him? So he has this book that he used to put out called Diary of a Traveling Preacher, and in there he oftentimes goes to Russia. And in those days, I guess things were a little bit simpler in Russia. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but sometimes the planes were not super well constructed. This is probably like 20 years ago or longer, and he described how the plane was going through some remote part of Russia, and then somebody fell sick and fell on the floor, and he said he was able to go there and chant the names of Sri Krishna in the ears of that person, and that person did revive and be okay. And Maharaj's main, I think, takeaway message was that he is praying that someone can chant the names of Sri Krishna in his ears when takes the last breath. So I'm glad that you were there. Our condolences to you and your family, and the difficult circumstance that must have been. But you being a caregiver must have given them a lot of solace. So maybe we can pray to Shri Srinitai Satyananda that Wanda Mataji have a peaceful journey in her spiritual life. Hare Krishna. And then Manasi Ganga Mataji wanted to announce something, so I'm going to bring a mic to her. So she's an artist and a teacher by background and training. So you can, behind this wall, you can see these beautiful kind of meditative, you can't see it from here, but on the other side, pictures or paintings of the Guru Parampara, our Sampradaya, very meditative and very beautiful. And so she meditated on them and made those paintings. So she has an opportunity or announcement she wants to share, right? You're welcome.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. You have noticed, perhaps, in the prasadam room, the beautiful paintings that Sripada has done of Lord Nrsingadev and Gajendra. What you may not be aware is this is our new rotating gallery. So the paintings and drawings, etc., of adults we want to have on that wall. The shows will rotate every 2 months. So anyone who would like to bring in work and have it in the show, please come see me so I can put you on the calendar for this year. And Sripada's paintings will be coming down right around Gaur Purnima, and we will be ready to put up another show. And regarding our children, the opposite wall where we used to have the work of the students from my class, I would like to open that up to all the children. So whether they have done work at home that they want to put on the wall, or you would like to have it on the wall, please bring it in. And also our teachers, I would like to schedule you also for showing one group of work from your classroom. So please come see me so I can put you on the calendar. Hare Krishna.
Is that clear? So there's going to be a rotating presentation of, does it need to be devotional art or anything?
It does need to be devotional art.
Okay. Yes. So there's devotional paintings or whatever. Does it have to be paintings or it can be other constructions?
Other materials, but come see me because there will be a standard for hanging it.
Okay. So it's not going to be just random. There's a process. But like, for example, this little girl, I see she is very interested in drawing and all that. So there's an opportunity to learn. Okay, thank you, Mataji, for taking your valuable time. Calendars? Is that what we're announcing next? So the 2026 calendars are here. Huh? Sorry. So you get the 12 months, and I think a lot of devotees know about this. So there'll be a beautiful painting and then the calendar with dates, and it includes Vaishnava dates like Ekadashi, the festivals of the Lord, and fasting, and how you observe it, what are the dates and times. So you can obtain these limited copies. Was it 26? How many do we have? 26? 60. So what typically happens is in the first week there's interest, and then second week there's maybe some faded interest, and then all of a sudden in the end, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, a lot more people want it, and it's not there anymore. So I think this is all we have. So 60, maybe one per. You can take one for your home, and it's only $7, which is our cost. There's no attempt to be making fundraising from something like this. So this box is it, and after it's gone, it's gone. Okay, 60. Okay, anybody interested in getting? So I see quite a few hands. Is somebody going to, are you collecting or somebody else? You'll collect? Okay, so Paramakana Prabhu can make it happen. They can pay cash, check, credit, whatever, anything. You can even, if you're very successful, barter with them for something. Maybe a sweet mango will do it, right? Okay, so this is it. Anything else, Prabhu? Shripada Mataji is here. Oh, before her paintings go down, go check them out. I was in the Prasadam hall. They're very dazzling and beautiful. Watch out for that little piece. Can you move it? Okay.
Hare Krishna. So I'm just waiting for the Indian body devotees to be leaping in the air during kirtan. This is a share from Yadubara's remembrances. It's about Sudama. Who all here knows who Sudama Maharaj was? Okay, so quite a few of you. Prabhupada loved him. He was beloved by his godbrothers and godsisters as well. Oops, it just went away. Okay, hold on. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Okay, so this is Sudama speaking. And I'll try to do this without crying. One afternoon after his nap, he was talking about Prabhupada. I was bringing him a little rasgulla and some drink. The sun was going down and I started to enter his room, which faded the backyard. The whole room seemed purple and gold. There was a certain energy in the room. Srila Prabhupada was chanting and crying tears of ecstasy. Well, we didn't have the nectar devotion yet. I got alarmed and backed out of the room with the tray, went to Govinda Dasi and said, Govinda, what's happening? Is Prabhupada okay? Is he having a fit? She said, no, that's just Srila Prabhupada having a relationship with Krishna. That's Krishna consciousness. I said, wow, and I went back in 5 minutes later. Srila Prabhupada was still there, and this time he stopped me from leaving. He said, Sudama, don't leave. I am crying because of the mercy of my Guru Maharaj. By his mercy, I am allowed to see Krishna. I see him right now over those grasses. Oh man, it was so heavy that I started crying. Sudama started crying. I said, because you are so powerful and merciful, I have never met a soul like you. He said, that is Krishna's arrangement. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you very much. So it's meant to be a very intimate exchange that we heard about. So prasadam prayers, and then I think the prasadam team is ready and eager to serve you all. I think we can do this in one batch. Some people probably already went to it. Haribol, do you want to chant prasadam prayer? Okay.
Ma prasade govinde Nama brahmane vaishnave Swalpa punyavatam rajan Vishwaso nevajayate Sarira vidyaja Jorendre ataeka Jive fele vishesagare Tara mate jivayati Lobo moisur dharmati Take jeta katina samsare Krishna bada doyamoy Kore bare ji ho jaye Swa prasadana dilo bai Say a naam nritta pao Radha Krishna Guna Gao Preme Dako Shri Chaitanya Nitai Jai Nimai Jai Nitai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nanda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Shri Bhagat Prasadam ki Jai.
So I think maybe a practical way, so all those that want, don't forget the calendars. It might be better if you want the calendars to pick them up and then just take them back to Paramahansa Prabhu so he doesn't